And hey there, Munchie Mafia. Happy Sunday. Today we're doing a couple of things. We're doing apple crisp, and then we're going to go and make some pasta salad. And I got some bacon going on the stove back here. Ow, 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 son of a bitch. Um, Bacon bits going on the stove. This is going to be for tomorrow, but I want that bacon fat for the apple crisp. Um, my grandmother used to make this apple crisp, and of course I had to kind of make it my own a little bit. But she used to use bacon fat in hers when she fried her apples. um, and in case nobody knew, my grandmother was actually from West Virginia. So um, and so they do things a little different down there. And anyhow, so I'm gonna got this already rendered, so I don't want it too crispy because we're going to do the WTF dog. And WTF is a WTF dog. Well, you'll see tomorrow. It's a fork and knife hot dog because picking it up is not really an option. Um, and it's a messy dog too. Okay, so there's my bacon for tomorrow. You're going to love the WTF dog. It's one of my twisted creations. All right, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I don't want that. Actually, I'm going to pull that off the stove. I'll just stick it up there for right now. So, we got Granny Smith apples. Normally, I would use two different kinds of apples. Sometimes I will put the Red Delicious in there just because it's a different texture. But, and this is a fried apple crisp, by the way. Take all these stupid stems off. I should have done that earlier, but got all my produce taken care of and didn't think to take the stems off. So it makes life so much easier when you have everything already, right? Mise en place, right? Well, I'm a walking train wreck, so I just do things however way I want. Okay, so I better get my bowl ready. Instead of having to fight with the bowls, I decided, you know what? We're just going to grab all the bowls this time around. Actually, probably Timmy's probably going to be like, no, move that. I can't have it there. Hell with it. We'll just kind of wing it. Okay, so peeling apples. This is a Titan peeler. What I do is I just, take the bottom and the top off first and then just go whizzy, whizzy, whizzy. I could never use a paring knife. Every time I do, I always end up cutting myself really bad. So I hope everybody's doing all right today. Finally got my vacation approved, but I had to change dates around. So sadly, I will not be able to watch Andy Marak on the food boat on the 5th. I will be buried in inventory all day. So, and it's not really a vacation. It's only like 2 extra days piggybacked off the backside of my 3 days off. We had to break it up a little bit because we can't have it conflicting with the end of week financials that I have to deal with every freaking Friday. So, and one of the nice things about apple peels is that you can actually use these to help thicken stuff. Like for jams and jellies and stuff, you just throw the apple peels in with your syrup, and you can actually use the apple peels to help thicken up whatever you need to thicken up for a jelly. or jam is loaded full of pectin, so you don't have to buy that stupid canning powder crap that's, you know, kind of funky tasting. But I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any canning. You know, our fruit season is just starting. Cherries are just coming in, and you know, pretty soon we should be seeing the other berries, and then the stone fruits on the trees. And apple season will be following that shortly thereafter. The funny thing is that these apples have probably been sitting in cold storage since September, because it's not apple season right now. Apple season isn't until fall. But they sit in cold storage warehouses all over eastern Washington. And it's kind of funny because, you know, you look at the apples that I've got right now, these are not considered the A grade. A grade ends up getting shipped out overseas. We just get the smaller bullshit apples, unless of course you go to the farm, directly to the farm. That's the only way you're going to get the huge ass freaking apples. Oops, missed. So let's take a gander and see who's all in the chat. We've got Andy Marak and Tomahawk Mark and Letitia and Teresa, Greg, Viper, Patty, Mama Patty, Main Girl, Timmy, of course. TRP's in too, and Salty, and Greg. Wow, we got a lot of people in today. Guess y'all like to see. Oh, there's also David and Killing It and Growing It. Hey guys, so hey, welcome. Don't have any birthdays this week, I guess. So if you'd like a birthday shout out, let us know. We do birthday shout outs here. We're a very social group. And what's up and coming is for next week, I believe it's next week, is we got Pearls Against Humanity, which is Cards Against Humanity played with live chat, and you don't have to have the cards. You can always download the cards for free off of cardsagainsthumanity.com, or go and buy yourself a set or whatever off of Amazon and play along, or you could just be creative and make up your own answers, which is perfectly okay. And so tomorrow we're going to be doing the WTF dog, and then we're also going to make cherry limeade from scratch, but it's going to be we're going to put it into the soda stream and make a soda, and then we're going to make a float. It's all going to be all natural and freaking wonderful, and it's going to be messy, and I'm probably going to be cussing because I'm probably going to, you know, screw something up and it's going to explode all over the kitchen or something, because, you know, that's just how things go. Okay, so now we're going to cut these apples up. And the way that you cut an apple is just cut it into 4 pieces right around the core. You can kind of guess where the core is going to be based on running your peeler across the top. Where there's still skin left is going to be right about where the core is going to be. So if you stay just outside of that, you're going to have perfect apples. You don't have to sit there and dick around with it. Makes things go so much faster. And now there is a way that you can make this completely gluten-free. If you are a gluten-free person, you can definitely use a gluten-free flour. The one that I would highly recommend using for this purpose would be the Namaste brand. If you have a Costco nearby, they carry the Namaste, or at least the ones around here do. I don't know about out in your neck of the woods, but that's actually a pretty good brand for this. Or you could just go with all oat. Just use oat flour and quick oats, which is perfectly fine as well. But also at the same time, you got to keep in mind that if you're gluten-free, oats are biologically similar to wheat. So if you have problems with wheat, you might want to make sure that the oat flour that you purchase is made in a certified gluten-free facility, as well as organic. Bob's Red Mill is a good one as far as brands go. And I would recommend doing it that way, because you can't just go and buy any old oat flour and figure, oh, this is going to be all right. It's the same thing with these quick oats. Make sure that it says certified gluten-free on it. Because sometimes these things are milled in the same place where wheat is being processed. So there's always the potential for cross-contamination. So if that's a big issue for you, make sure that your stuff says certified gluten-free. I'm sure this one does not. Let's see here. Yeah, this one doesn't even say gluten-free. This is just store brand. Energy from 100% whole grain oats. Good source of fiber, no artificial flavors or preservatives. And it does not say certified gluten-free on it. So, yes, make sure that your stuff says that. I have a mild gluten intolerance. It tends to aggravate my eczema, and then next thing I know it's like I'm just itching like crazy. It's only on like one area, 2 areas of my body where it's itchy, and it sucks. I used to have eczema on my eyelids, and I'd wake up one morning and it's like I'm like just all puffed out, and I look like I was like in some freaking boxing match or something. Both eyes are swollen shut. It's no fun. So we're just chopping these up. You can leave them as slices if you want. I like them chopped up because it is a fried apple product, so they tend to cook a lot better. If you're not into bacon, you don't have to use the bacon grease. And it's only a very small amount, actually. So you just want to make sure that you get these going somehow, some way. There is quite a bit of butter in this dish. It's not all bacon fat, but the twist is that I give it a healthy dose of whiskey or bourbon. Sometimes rum, but I'm not going to waste my Kraken 94 on that. All right, we're almost there. I didn't want to pre-prep it because I figured you guys would want to see the apples get chopped up. Whoops, there goes an apple. And also the other thing is that if you have dogs or cats, make sure that you put your apple cores in the garbage because apple seeds are toxic to your animals, including birds. So make sure they go straight away right into the trash. And if you drop an apple seed, don't think for a moment, oh, I'll pick it up in a bit. Pick it up straight away, because dogs, they are like barking, shitting, four-legged, furry vacuum cleaners. They'll just go and grab whatever drops on the floor, especially when you're in the kitchen. At least our two little furry dust mops do that. Apples are actually pretty good for dogs, so just make sure they don't get seeds. It gives them that crunch factor, but also at the same time, make sure that, you know, you're giving it to them in moderation. Especially if they're older dogs, because they might have diabetes and you don't know it yet. All right, last one, and then I got to clean up this mess off my counter. I seriously got to think about getting a bigger prep table. Okay, so we're going to get some butter, and we're going to come over here, grab our pan back onto the stove. Now we're going to place our butter in here. Actually, I'm just going to give it a quick slice. And I already pre-cooked my pasta. Now, you can use any kind of pasta you want. I just wanted the tricolor spiral things. A lot of people, they like the macaroni. To me, pasta's pasta. I'm fine with just about anything as long as it's not bow tie. Bow tie can take a flying F at a rolling donut as far as I'm concerned. That stuff is just, I don't like that centerpiece. It never cooks all the way, and you bite into it, it's like it's crunchy in the middle right there where the two parts of the bow tie meet. So, you know, if you like it, that's fine. It's your pasta salad. But I've got 50 gazillion pasta salad variations. Let me pop this over to the sink. I don't need this anymore. All right. So we're going to check our butter. So we got butter and bacon fat. There's a few little crumbs of bacon in there. Let's see. Oh. Uh-oh. Did you hide Patty? Oh, you screwed it up. Okay. All right. Probably not going to need all this butter, but you just never know. Yeah, Tiger, the camera is dark. I don't know why. I think camera number whatever that is actually on its last leg. I don't know if maybe the optics just need to be cleaned. I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. I can't see very well. I don't know. Yeah, it could be something on the lens. Do you have one of those eyeglass lens wipes over there, Timmy?
What?
Do you have one of those eyeglass lens wipes? I got a box of them somewhere.
What?
Eyeglass lens wipes. I thought maybe.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Something wrong with the sensor in it.
Oh, okay. All right. So now our butter is all melted. So I'm sorry that it's dark. All right. Now we're going to add our apples. I need a higher heat than that. And what we're going to be using is the Kirkland Small Batch by Barton 1792 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Obviously Kirkland brand, which is Costco. Okay, so we're gonna let this start to heat up. We're gonna sprinkle copious amounts of cinnamon. I usually do about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half, but we also want a little bit of nutmeg. So we're gonna put a little bit of nutmeg in there. And we're just gonna toss this around. We're not gonna add the sugar just yet. And if it doesn't look like it's quite enough cinnamon, you can always add more. If you're really into cinnamon, it's fine. I prefer to use powdered for this. I think mostly because that's what my mama did. Shouldn't have fancy ingredients. Now I'm actually going to put a little bit more. So I really love cinnamon. I love the smell of cinnamon. I love pumpkin pie spice season. I really do. Okay, so now we got all of our apples all nice and coated. Yeah, and I'm sorry, this is going to take a little longer than I want it to. It's a electric stove, and this is a very large pan. So I jacked the temperature up a little bit. All right, get that all spread out. That one, this little smidge right there doesn't have quite enough on there. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's pop on over here. Oh no. Is Patty back?
Well, I unhit her, but so she should be back.
I'm so sorry, Patty. Timmy accidentally boo-booed. He didn't mean to hide you.
There we go.
There. We got her?
Yep, she's back.
All right. So sorry, Patty. Get a phone call from Derek. What the F, man? You blocked my mom? Dude.
All right, now I can address the camera. Yes, the camera's giving me troubles on lighting. In order to figure it out, I've got to pull it off the ceiling, and I can't do that 5 minutes before live.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a little bit of frying action happening over there. It's just going to take a little while longer.
So I can either give it to you dark or not give it to you at all. That's how it's going to work. At least for the night. I'll have it fixed by tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be fixed by tomorrow night. Unless, of course, there's a problem that's beyond our control. And it just is just simply dead. Anyway, so yeah. So moving right along as we're waiting for our apples, we're going to get our big bowl. This isn't my biggest bowl. I don't know where my biggest bowl went. It's disappeared. I think it's upstairs.
That's
with
funny.
What?
Tell him I'll send him the instructions.
What? Send him the instructions. Who? What? Oh, jeez. Okay, so anyway, we got the tricolored pasta, and these are cannellini beans. 1 can, drained and rinsed thoroughly. And you're like, well, that doesn't sound like a pasta salad. Actually, it's a really good pasta salad. We got 1 orange bell pepper. So now all we have to do is just take care of this. There we go. Whoops, missed. Uh-oh. My ghost just knocked over the onion. Okay, so now we got a bell pepper that didn't quite trim up properly. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Dory. You just came in from outside. You don't need to go back outside. My God. Inside, outside, inside, outside. I think that's what Mariner was doing too. All right, so we want to get all that white stuff off there. And we want to get the seeds out. Trim it up, make it look pretty. Now, the reason why I'm using orange is because this is actually a very colorful pasta salad. So I wanted to go with something that was different. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it into strips. And then we're going to give it a dice. However thin or however thick your strips are is going to help you to determine how big or how small your dice is going to be. There's a whole bunch of different sizes of dice. With pasta salad, I like to make sure that it's, you know, a fairly decent cut. About the same size as the cannellini beans, or maybe just a little smidge smaller, because this thing's going to have so much texture and so much color to it. Oh, and we're going to make the dressing from scratch too. So I'm going to just go along and hack away at this for a moment. I'm going to flip around for just a second. Check out the apples. Give them a turny turn. The apples are doing really well. Okay, so now we got almost all of that diced up. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a trick when it comes to pasta salads, is that do not put the dressing on until it's time to serve it out. And the reason being is because if you've ever known a handmade pasta salad or macaroni salad, other than, you know, the stuff that you get out of the deli case at the grocery stores, because I don't know what the hell they do with theirs to keep theirs nice and moist, and it could sit in the fridge, that pasta will soak it all up. And then next thing you know it's like, you know, you got a dry pasta salad. All right, so this is what is left over of my flat leaf parsley. And I love flat leaf parsley. I want to give it a rough chop. I don't want to mince it all up. Now, if you want to mince yours all up, you can definitely do so. Whoops. I saw something blue in there. Where'd it go? Son of a bitch. Well, if you find something extra chewy in it, honey, it's blue, it's part of the rubber band. Yeah. We'll figure it out later. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, wait, found it. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to grow a third nipple on my forehead. Okay, so now we got that going on. I'm gonna rotate around here real quick. I hear some serious sizzling action going on. It's smelling really fragrant. I'm really loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, so pretty soon those are going to be softened up enough. We don't want them too soft. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to just take our cherry tomatoes and we're going to just slice them in half. We can go back to the other camera now. There you go. All right. So slice in half. Oh, and by the way, I made myself another batch of horchata yesterday, and I neglected to make a video of it because this version did something slightly different. This version is just absolutely freaking delicious. And that's what I'm sipping on right now. It's got some Kraken 94 in it. Probably a little bit more rum in it than I should probably be having right now, but it's okay because I'm off tomorrow. Okay, I'll go. Now, there is a way that you can do this so that you slice all of them, but by pressing them in between two plates, just run your knife through it. But it's just not as fun as doing them one at a time. Oh, shit. Winner. Job opening. I'm fired. 86 a chef. Okay, so there we have it. All right. Now we're going to go with some basil. I didn't want to pull the leaves off my plant, so I like a lot of basil. What? What? Is that too much?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. How about that? How about now? Are we there yet?
Do what you're gonna do.
You sure? Steven Spielberg over there. All right. So now we're gonna pluck our herbs. But first, we're gonna flip around for a second. We're gonna check our apples. Okay. All right. So we got some action on the bottom of the pan going on right now. All right. Here we go. Now we're gonna hit it with some dark brown sugar. I found a bag of brown sugar. I was like, crap. I think my brown sugar might be a little on the hardened side. I should probably grab another bag, but I forgot. And this was after being told by Dakota, don't forget anything at the grocery store. Don't forget anything at the grocery store, he says. Oh, no, I won't forget. I always forget something. You should see this place around the holidays, man. When I was cooking huge family dinners for Thanksgiving, it's like I was constantly going to the grocery store. It's like one time I sent Timmy to the grocery store 3 times on Thanksgiving morning because I had forgotten a bunch of stuff. I almost said it. So nice save, yeah. Stuff. Okay. So now we're going to incorporate this into the apples. Probably going to want to incorporate a little bit more. That doesn't look like quite enough. Now the key is to not stir it too much. You just move it around with a spoon. Let it do its thing. Let it melt and get happy with that butter, because the sugar will recrystallize if you agitate it too much. It's like it has a panic attack. It says, no! Went back to my original form. Okay, a little bit more. I'd probably say that's about 2 cups. And that's 1 bag of apples, by the way. It's about 5 pounds of apples. And 4 ounces of butter. And I added more cinnamon because I like more cinnamon. I like lots of cinnamon. So, God, some of this is just really hard. All right. And then we're just going to let this get happy for a while, but you don't want to take your eyes off of it for too long because you could end up with molten messes. FU in the pan. End up throwing the pan away because the sugar is just not coming off. Okay, so now we got that going. Take a sniff of our whiskey here, see if it's gonna smell good. I'm gonna let it do its bubbling for a little bit. I wish the camera was working properly, because then I could show you what it looks like when it's time to hit it. When you start getting some bubbling action along the edge of the pan, that's about the time that you want to hit it with a couple shots of bourbon. Now we're going to stir that. It's really going to get really bubbly. And then we're going to sprinkle some salt. Why are we on the wrong camera?
Depends on what you're doing.
Well, I'm over here on the stove right now. Okay. So there we have that. Rocky has learned a new word. He now yells for Rufus. All right. So hot sugar is very hot. It can actually cause first and second degree burns. Just gonna let it get happy for a little bit. A rare wallaby using the screen door. Oh, the pet elephant. Yes. No, that's Rocky. Okay, so now we got some bubbling action going. This time I remember to bring spoons. So we're gonna grab it and touch it, or scoop up a little smidge of it. We're gonna just let it drip, see what the texture is, and be very careful. We're gonna check that out. It's dribbling down the line, so we're not quite there yet. You want it to the point where it's just going to stop. We are going to splash just a splash of heavy cream in it at this point. Just a splash. Maybe a bigger splash. That wasn't quite a quarter cup. All right, that's about a quarter cup. Now, if you're not confident in this, what you can do is you can just go and get those little caramel candy things that you use for making caramel apples and just melt that down. There's no judgment here. All right, so now we're gonna just let that get happy. Go on, dogs. Go, shoo. Okay, now we're gonna come back over here for a few moments. We're gonna take care of all of our basil. We're gonna, hey, girls. And can you believe? Are you gonna switch the camera?
No, I'm gonna leave it over there.
Oh, you're gonna leave it over there? Okay. Can you believe that Cindy is 28 weeks old now? 28 or 29? I've forgotten. I keep getting these emails from the AKC letting me know how old she is and the milestones that she should have across. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to lay the leaves out, and then we're going on top of each other. Then we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it with a sharp knife. We're just going to do what's known as a chiffonade. Coming soon, a 5th camera attached to the table. Just don't know when, for those extreme close-up shots. So here's our chiffonade. It's like little ribbons. So we just lay them out. And we got all these little tiny random ones. We're just going to stick them in there. Just wad them up and toss them in and roll it up. And then we're going to just go ahead and chiffonade. Remember to always use claw method. Curl your fingers, your fingertips under so that the knife blade rests against your knuckles. That way you don't cut your finger off. All right, now we got more of that. There. Now we're going to flip around and take a look. All right, so we got lots of action going on this pan right now. And at this point, you can give it a stir. I feel like I need to add a little bit more cream. I'm going to add a little bit more cream. We're going to up it to half cup. In total, half cup. There we go. That's the right color. All right. And we should be done with that. Let me take a look here. Oh, got a piece of basil stuck to my spoon. All right. So now we're going to just swipe our spoon through, give it a shake. Then we're going to take our finger and run it straight across. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty well there. It also gives you the opportunity to taste it. It's almost there. Just give it another minute, maybe 2. That was dank. Okay. Thank you, Latasha. Sorry. I have a friend named Letitia. All right. Paranormal stuff. All right, we're gonna need that. All right, now we're going to place the contents of this very carefully. We don't want to spill it all over ourselves because this is hot sugar. We're going to put it into a baking dish. And this is a Pyrex 13 by 9 by 2. And we're going to spread it around a little bit so that because it is going to be a little soupy. I like the extra caramel, to be honest. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to make the topping. Get rid of that. So the topping is very simple. It's a very simple thing to remember. So we're going to take 1 cup of unsalted butter. We're going to place it into a saucepan. So 1 cup of butter is going to be 2 sticks. And we're going to want to, our oven's already preheated, but 375 degrees. All right, now we just wait for this butter to melt. Okay, so let's see here. So we've got our pasta our tomato, our bell pepper, our cannellini beans. Now, if you want, you can use garbanzos, or you could just omit them completely. We're going to want little mozzarella balls. Timmy, you want to switch to the camera? Little mini mozzarella balls. We're just going to cut them in half, just like we did with the tomatoes. These are the Silagene mozzarella balls, little teeny tiny ones. Looks just like that. Just like that. Oh, that might be up too high. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Son of a bitch. Stop. Stop. Oh, shit. Okay. Huh? I know, right? Wreck-It Ralph. Burning myself one dish at a time. So, cut them in half. Just pitch them in there. I'm just going to let that thing be angry over there. Just, why so serious? Okay. Gonna wait for that butter to melt. So it's a lot like making a roux. So it's 1 cup of melted butter to 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 2 cups of oats. That's all going to get tossed together. But for right now, we're working on that until that thing stops being so damn spicy. Oh, God. Okay, so we almost have butter melted, but I also have butter all over the damn place. Oh, my God. That's why we can't take me anywhere. All right. Get rid of this damn thing. Tax. That bacon is so good. Bad place to keep bacon. All right. Butter is melted. So now we're going to go in and grab our cup of flour. Grab our cup of flour. Cup of sugar. A spoon. Mix that together. Tablespoon of cinnamon. Teaspoon of nutmeg. Mix together. And now we got this pasty thing. Now let that render down a little bit. We're going to come over and grab our oats. I swear if it's not one thing, it's another. Okay. 2 cups of oats. So just remember 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2. Simple. Okay. Now we're going to mix this all together. Now, if you would prefer to have more topping, you can always make more topping. All right. But for me, this is perfect. Of course, don't forget to get yourself some ice cream. Okay, I'm going to need some gloves because this is, or else I'm going to be cussing up a storm. Should I put this together over at the table? Okay. Move that out of the way. Go right there. Stay. All right. Scoot this out of the way so I don't melt my cutting board. All right. The other thought is maybe just get myself one of those 2-burner induction burners and put over on the table and
Thing is just be moving that around.
moving what around? Oh, this stuff? Oh.
Move the induction burner.
No. What we do is get me a bigger table. I know. I'm just trying to find a excuse to get a new table. Okay, so ow, 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 ow. Now we're gonna just sprinkle this all on the top. A little too hot for me. I'm sensitive today. Oh. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. And there we have it. That's how you make donuts. Okay, there we go. Let me get this out of the way. Walk it over to the sink. Now we're going to stick this bad boy into the oven and let it get happy. All right. All right, back to it. Let's go back to this. Multitasking at its finest. Okay. Grab my bowl back. All right. Now we got a cucumber. It's just any ordinary garden variety cucumber. Cut it in half. All right, let's see if I can actually do this today. I was having problems with it last time. There we go. Yay. You think I've done this before? You think I'd be a pro at this? Okay. So I don't like the seeds in mine, so I just cut along the seeds. Now, one of the things that you can do with this part is that you can dice it up and put it into water, like ice water, with some of that basil. You have a basil cucumber water. Maybe throw in a little bit of lemon or some orange. You have a nice refreshing agua fresca of sorts. Maybe a little mint. Okay, so now we've diced this up. We're going to throw that into the pasta salad. It's not really a salad yet. Now, this is the reason why we're making this a day in advance, is so that you guys can see what this looks like. We're going to be serving this with our WTF dogs tomorrow. But I will put a little bit of the dressing with it so that you guys can see what it looks like when it's fully assembled. Now, if you don't have the tools to be able to make your dressings from scratch, you can always, yeah, isn't that great? Look at that. If you don't have the tools to make dressings from scratch, you can always just go ahead and buy the dressing, which is what I use is of sorts. It's, Caesar salad dressing, except for that guess who forgot the anchovies? But that's okay because Timmy doesn't care for anchovies too much. I'm the anchovy person. So it's really nice that Mod Pizza sells these medium-sized pizzas because we can get pizza his way and I can have my anchovy pizza and everybody's happy. Okay. Jesus Christ, Civvy, how much stuff are you putting into that pasta salad? At some point, it just looks like a vegetable salad with just a little bit of pasta added to it. I mean, really, Civvy, what is up with that? Well, because there's a method to my madness. All right, I only need half of that. So now, just gonna go along, and we're gonna dice this onion, about half of an onion. So it was 1 whole cucumber, 1 whole yellow bell pepper, 1 cucumber, 1 can of cannellini beans, 1 box of your favorite pasta cooked al dente. You don't want to overcook it, or else you're just going to be eating a mushy pasta salad.
They want to leave you up there.
Yeah, leave me up here.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Dogs have to go out again. So, all right. So on my vacation, I'm thinking, because I was talking to Greg a little bit over on Discord, and one of the things he'd like to see is my my country gravy. So I guess we're going to be doing a breakfasty thing while I'm on my vacation. Not necessarily going to be a live. It's probably going to be a premiere. Okay, so half of a red onion. Now, I already pre-washed my spinach, and I bundled it back up. So now we're going to add some chopped spinach. Just cut them into ribbons. About that much. Okay. There we have that. Now we're just going to mix that all together. Now you want to make sure that your spinach is thoroughly washed. Bundle it back up as best as you can because it makes it easier to cut. The stuff in the bags is a pain in the ass because then you have to grab a little bit at a time and give it a chop, and it's kind of a pain. So get the fresh stuff if you can. All right, here we go. I gotta steal a piece of that cheese. All right. Chef style cooking. Yes, I have weird things. Okay. Now, get rid of some of this garbage here real quick. I don't have a garbage bowl. I've misplaced my garbage bowl. I don't know where it went. Okay, let's throw all this out. Put that in the sink. Put this back in the fridge. We don't need that anymore. I even have room in the fridge. Oh, crap. I forgot about those. So I don't know how well you guys can get grapes, but there's grapes in this. And the ones that I use are known as cotton candy grapes. They actually taste like cotton candy. They're real sweet. They're freaking delicious. They're delicious. All right. Get that out of the way too. or else I'm just going to keep eating it. Oh my God. I love bacon. Bacon is amazing. Yum. So, cotton candy grapes. I'd forgotten all about that. And you're probably thinking, oh shit, I dropped one on the floor. That's another thing that is toxic to dogs and cats are grapes. So if you drop any on the floor, pick it up right away. All right. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. I forgot about the olives. There's also olives in this. These cotton candy grapes, oh my God, they are just so freaking divine. They're expensive as hell, hard to find. But if you don't like grapes, it's okay. You don't have to put them in there. But please, for the love of God, don't do raisins. We can't be friends if you put raisins in this. We just can't be friends. Go. And they're tiny little grapes, and there's no seeds in them. They're just so good. Might have to eat that one. And those three. Well, I got to taste them. I got to taste them to make sure. They're freaking good. Oh my God. Oh. All right. So, green olives. You can also use the Kalamata olives if you want. Just get the ones that are pitted. I forgot about Kalamatas. So I just throw them in whole. There we go. Give that a tossy-tossy. The other fruit that works really well in this, but I can't find them nearby. I have to drive all the way up to the other hill to go get them. Is figs. Figs are delicious. Okay, so I need my food processor. So we're going to work on the dressing next. I'm going to pop in and say hi to everybody, see who all is still here and watching. Looks like we have everybody. Everybody. All right. It's in the same place it always is. Garbanzo beans. Yes, garbanzo beans are delicious. I would highly recommend them. I thought I had some because I always keep some around because I'm always making hummus around here. It's one of my favorite things to have because I like snacks. I like all the snacks. All the snacks. All right. So now we got 2 eggs, 2 overpriced cage-free eggs because our governor has decided that we can't have just regular eggs. All right. There's that. All right, uno. Windows. And if you're allergic to eggs, you can always use Greek yogurt or get one of the vegan mayonnaises and just build from there. All right, since stupid me forgot the anchovies, we are going to put a little light dash of fish sauce in here. So, little light dash of fish sauce. like 5 drops. And of course, I forgot to grab the mustard. Let's see, where's my mustard? Where are you? Oh my God, where is it? There's so much shit in here, it's not even funny. There it is, it's right in front of me. Duh. Okay. I need to go get new glasses. All right. Not the mustard I wanted, but it's the mustard we're getting. So, all right. Now, we are going to scoot that over out of the way. I'm going to get this. Holy hell, these things are monsters. All right. Freaking A, man. I think I might have to, like, freaking cut these things into quarters or eighths. My God. What the hell's up with these lemons? All right. Lemon number uno. I know that not everybody has a food processor, especially you bachelors out there may not have a food processor. So it's okay to just go and buy yourself a quality Caesar salad dressing. Hello, Timmy. Welcome back.
Send me the cookie sheet where it always is.
The what?
Your free bowl.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay. So I thought I left it under the. I had been leaving it under the thing. All right. All right, let's just stick with that for right now. We're going to see how that goes. And now we're going to make some noise. Ready to make some noise? Let's see if we can not lose a food processor today. What the hell? Why? Pulse, dough. All right, so we got that all whizzed up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start drizzling olive oil into it. And this is basically a mayonnaise. That's the mother sauce, is mayonnaise. Oops. All right, what the actual hell is going on with this damn thing, man? Oh my God. So is it dribbling out the front too? All over everything? Oh, frickin' A. Me and food processors just don't get along. All right. There. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think the audio's working. Pain in the ass. Mother. All right, I'm back. We lost just about everybody. All right, so it's all mixed up.
We're back.
And I wasn't going to, but I wasn't paying attention. I was better. Okay, so now we're gonna give it a taste, see how it turned out. Needs more salt. Yeah, at least somebody hears the bird. Okay, so he's freaking noisy. He's just in a mood today. Right. All right, so just to give it a little bit more of a punch, this is organic balsamic vinegar. Just gonna add a splash, just because. So. All right. Here's that. Give it a taste again. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what it needed. All right. So sorry about that, guys. All right. Pulling that out. This is a hot mess. See if I can get my trivet over here so we can pop this over. This is freaking gorgeous. All right. I'm gonna move it over to the big table because the lighting on that just sucks donkey dicks. So here we go. That's caramel apple crisp. Some of it sunk, so I think I had my apples a little too wet. And so now, let's see here. Do. The ice cream. You know, one of the other things you can do with this is you could also put some cranberries in there. You could also put rhubarb in there. Do all sorts of goodies. So, keep meaning to get myself a new ice cream scoop. Got like 3 of them in here, and I'm not happy with any of them, it seems. Okay, close that. All right. So, this is like super duper duper hot. And you really don't want to burn yourself. So you want to let it sit and get happy for a little while. So there's my spoon. So I'm going to get a little bit of this pasta salad and plop it into a bowl. I think we're gonna have to have some of this with our meatloaf tonight, Timmy. That is really freaking delicious. Oh, all right. So as you can see, it's got a lot of caramel to it. And some of it's kind of sunk in a little bit, but as you can see, it's there. I think it was more boil over with the caramel, but it's really, really rich and lush. I let my ice cream sit out for a little bit, so it wouldn't be too horrible. So there's that. Ah. Take a little cinnamon and just sprinkle a little tiny smidge of cinnamon on the top. Whoops, too much. A little bit of those bacon bits on top, just like so. And there we have it. I just dribbled all over myself. My God. Can't take me anywhere. So, anyway, there we have it. So we have a very, very delicious looking dessert here. It's a little too hot.
Ring light.
Huh?
Ring light.
Yeah, I know. I'm grabbing a spoon. Oh my God. Because my bacon bits keep falling off. So, you know, put a little bit of bacon bit on the top. Ice cream. And that's, ow, this is hot. Very hot. So see that? Look at it. Look how delicious that is. Add a little bit of ice cream to that. I'm not going to stick it in my mouth because then I'm going to be cussing and I'm going to have a burnt tongue and everything else. So that's what it looks like, guys. Oh my God. Oh.
I'll show me salad.
I'm going to. And this is the pasta salad. Let me get a fork. Or probably a spoon. Spoons are easier. So this has the candy cane grapes, cannellini beans, green olives, pasta, tomatoes, little mini mozzarella, bell peppers, red onion, and what else did I put in there? I'm missing something. Oh, parsley and basil, and oh shit. Parsley and basil, and a makeshift Caesar salad dressing, and a little bit of balsamic to fit on the finish. And it just looks really stunning. It smells. Oh yeah, the tomatoes too. Shit! I keep dropping food all over the floor. I know. I'm trying to get all the little bits to look so you can see it. So that's that. All right. So I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. I keep dropping food all over the place.
Shut up.
So I hope you all try to give this a whirl. Oh yeah, there's cucumbers in it. I will be posting up the grocery list for it so that y'all can see what all's in there and the quantities. But this is just so dank. It's like, oh my God. I really got to get a picture of that before it all melts. So good pictures. So, Munchie Mafia, it was so wonderful to hang out with y'all tonight. Yes, cotton candy grapes. Yes. Cotton candy. Did I say candy cane? Oh my God. I was thinking candy cane beets. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, cotton candy grapes. So I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to put the rest of this all together. You're going to see the WTF dog and a cherry lime float. All made from scratch, all natural, using SodaStream. And we're gonna use the juicer and juice up those limes and cherries. We're gonna make a soda and we're gonna have a blast. So anyhow, Munchie Mafia, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of out of sorts right now because this whole thing is just total bummer. Anyway, so Munchie Mafia, it's gonna be a wonderful night for us because I think I'm just gonna take this whole damn thing to bed and just call it a night. And yeah, I'm gonna be suffering tomorrow. I just know it. So, Munchie Mafia, remember to always cook with love and eat with passion. Thanks a lot for coming. Have a good night. Sorry about the problems with the stream. Night, everybody.